Oh gosh, don't tell me that I went live for literally nothing, or that I started for no reason. This is kind of awkward. So basically, I started playing, I thought I was live, but I wasn't actually live because I forgot to press the go live button. So all that, the first day of the game, was skipped. You missed my comments on gamer culture, and I'm so sorry. Either way, I spawned on a very nice seed. I'll get you all up to speed. I started on the edge of a forest and a mushroom island. So, I got started. I mined some basic resources, went in a cave, started smelting. I've got iron right now. Oh, whoop. I got my situation pretty much in the bag. And this seed was random, too. I didn't get this just by looking it up. But yeah. That happened. Around here somewhere, I should have these furnaces I've been working on, smelting up a whole bunch of stuff, and I do not know where they are. Logic would dictate that they're down here, but I'm guessing they're not. Sorry in advance for any awkward moments that occur. Started kind of early for streaming. That's okay. I just like doing it when people are asleep so you don't have to deal with the clamoring of my family. I shouldn't say it like that. My family's great. I just stresses me out sometimes. Where are those furnaces? I had some furnaces with ore smelting somewhere around here. I already explored part of this cave. Phooey. Well, this is not at all what I intended. Fiddlesticks. Sorry, the first night and I've lost my base. It's gotta be around here somewhere. This is it, sorry. I'm just scatterbrained. Concurrent viewers. Oh, never mind, it's 1. Now it's 0? Now it's 1. There we are. Current. I hope that the quality is alright. Here at whatever this is, we try to strive for streams of the highest quality only. Well, maybe. We do our best. Maybe we could get full iron before the first night. Although I think I'll focus less on that and more on just flourishing. Don't worry, we have an extra. Hopefully we come across another cave. That would be great. And I'm out of torches. Does it matter? Not much. I can still see if I crank up the brightness, and it's not like mobs will spawn down here, because I'm still in the mushroom biome. even this far on the ground. Dang, 2 concurrent viewers. We are raking in the views. Just like, I don't know, whoever's popular these days, Jake Paul or something. Do you think I'd win in a fight against Jake Paul? Probably not. I don't think I could win in a fight against most anyone. The lighting feels glitchy. I have it on smooth, but... yes, the lighting seems glitchy. Same block. Very strange. Minecraft do be strange, though. So the current strat is just to mine down to diamond level and keep going until I find a cave. Like that. There's some of that new glow lichen. I am going to collect that, and I'm going to start farming it. Whoops. Yeah, I have high hopes for this world. Let me turn on the music. It's a bit quiet. Boring. Sad. Something special about Minecraft music. Remember that one Halloween special I did for a Minecraft stream? A couple of years ago, I think it was? That was really fun. I liked that. I might do one again this year, or I could do a birthday special instead. Halloween is not far from my birthday. And this year's birthday will be special. You'll see why. But... ah, deep slate. Splendid block. Let's start mining. Oh! First deep slate I mine. Falleth in the lava. Mine up all this stuff. I won't do a lot of building in this world. It's just going to be a single player world. I don't do much building for myself generally. I build to show others. Well, deep slate patches do make it harder to branch mine. Especially once the depths are consistently covered with them. One strat I used to do was I'd get a shovel and mine out all these blobs of dirt and gravel underground. That used to net me pretty consistent diamonds, because I would miss the ones that I might not have gotten in that chunk. It's an efficient way to cover ground, anyway, because it's faster than mining stone with a pickaxe. Hopefully the mic quality is tolerable. I have a habit of it not being tolerable. I'm practically breathing into it. On the bright side, I'll get lots of dirt. It's gonna be hard getting bone meal without skeletons to kill, but I will get it. Oh, well, hold on. Sorry, my family is still awake. A lot of those night owls. Anyway, let's see. You could still get bone meal from a composter. There's gotta be something down here that you can compost. I remember when I just branch mine like this for hours. Maybe not for hours, but for a long time. I just put on some music, and I would mine until I got diamonds just like that. Ah, shiny. We speed running? I don't know. Here we are. More lava. Perfect. Now if I lost all my goods to lava, that'd be very embarrassing. But fret not. Oop, that lag spike scared me. I almost thought I was gonna fall in the lava. Wouldn't that be a funny gamer moment? You fall in the lava, you die horribly. Well, there goes my pickaxe. I think that that's a good time to return with our loot acquired. So, has this stream lived up to the hype? That's for you to decide. Comment your favorite color in the stream comments below, or to the right, or both. Maybe I should start an official gaming channel, Primate Gaming. Technically humans are primates, so I can use that title. I just found it amusing, because I think of the video of the mandrill maze. This primate walks through a maze for 10 minutes like it's nothing. Very amusing world we live in with the mandrill maze. Even if the worries of the world got you down, you just gotta kick back and listen to some mandrill maze, my dude. We got the ores. I think now is an excellent time to surface. We're running out of wood. We could use a house. We could use that. But before we surface, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to get an enchanting table. I think that would be most excellent. And we're running a bit low on iron, which makes me sad. But do not fret, we will get more. These mines will be made less confusing. We will get enough iron to fuel the Iron Age. I wish there was more water here. Bet we didn't get that draw exactly. So, we'll do something a bit different instead. Instead, we shall... get through this steep slate So, what is your favorite color? My favorite color would probably have to be blue, honestly, out of all the colors. Though green is a close favorite. Honestly, though, it's 4-way tie for me. Blue, I think, reigns supreme. It's probably first place, and second place is probably a 3-way tie between green, purple, and, like, candy apple red. Not scarlet exactly, just, like, red, but a bit more on the purpley spectrum. Or pinkish. Pink is a great color. It's a lot of deep slate. Well, deep slate makes me happy to mine through, even if I'm not getting anywhere, so yeah. Trying to get to some water, then I can get obsidian, and I want to get obsidian before I have the chance to worry about stuff like that. There's some of that deep slate coal ore. Man, deep slate looks sick. Easily one of my favorite new blocks. Hopefully I can find a geode. That would be great. Sounds like a cave is close. Thought I heard lava earlier, but it could be my ears playing the old trickaroo on me, giving me the old run around. But as long as I find water, I'm good. And yes, I perfectly understand the time it took me. Oh, hey! Oh, no, it's tough. For a second there I thought it might have been calcite. But, nope, it's tough. Tough is... Well, there's your obsidian, and there's your water. Alright. Time to mine obsidian underwater, like a real gamer. Well, we're not mining it underwater. Technically, we're still outside the water. Thus, the speed penalty is not incurred. That makes me feel good. Just one more obsidian. Just one more obsidian. I wonder if this is fully submerged. Looks like it. Wonder if a glow squid will be in here. Well, don't want to drown, so let's not worry about it yet. I'll explore a little bit more. I'll explore a bit more. Da, 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 somewhere in here. Okay, this is not going to work out, so let's just flee. Alright, we got what we needed, except water. I'll just pour that on the remaining obsidian, and then we can get more obsidian, although frankly, I'm kinda not sure I want to. I'll think about it. I'm gonna make this a feature. Obsidian takes forever to mine. That's one of Minecraft's universal constants. If you're mining obsidian, you're gonna waste an eternity. So yeah, here's the plan. We're gonna make an enchanting table, go up to the surface, get some base level enchants, maybe some armor, and then we're going to go to the nether. Why are we going to the nether so early? I have no idea. Really and truly, I have no reason to go to the nether so early. And I just realized no enchanting without lapis. That is definitely an obstacle. So we'll have to work around that. I am a Minecraft boomer who keeps forgetting about things like these. Here's the music. This song in particular reminds me, I need to start showing my fish tank more. Yeah, I have a fish tank now. I am the epic streamer who has fish tanks. Well, just one for now. It's going quite nicely. Ah, gosh, what to do now? Well, guess I could build my base. I think I'll build it here in the mushroom area, because mushrooms are cool. Not sure if I want to build it out of mushrooms, or if I just want to... why not? I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I think the good world loves mushrooms, so why not build it out of mushrooms? Wonder if phantoms will spawn even if you're in a mushroom biome. Oh, I don't know. Anyway. Gonna have to... I can kill a mushroom for its leather and its beef, which do not drop. But there are always more mushrooms in the sea. Wait. There's the leather. There's the good stuff. Oh. What am I gonna do? Put it here. I need a chest. Need more wood. There's a spider. Wait, is that spider? That spider was spinning. That's hilarious. Monster spawns go wee woo wee woo. Alright. Might wanna just put that there. I will chop the... today I will chop tree. Clueless. Clueless is the guy who doesn't have Clue, the board game. I don't have Clue, the board game. But I do have the video board game Rap Rat for kids who just want to have fun. And for me. I hear a skeleton, so that's good. Wonder if you can compost mushrooms. That's an experiment I will try. Gosh. Kinda want to wait around and get some tree. I am impatient. There we go. That extra break speed be like, oh. So, you intrude my peaceful land once more, do you? Take that, foul creature of the night. Wooden pickaxe, wooden pickaxe. I hold on to literally everything. Not the seagrass, though. We have an ocean nearby. We have plenty of that. I guess I could build a mushroom house. I've never built a mushroom house before. It might be interesting. You would think I would build a house out of the new cave materials, but nope. I am building a house out of the old mushroom material, because I have not ever built a mushroom house in Minecraft before. Let's get the thing going. Use this to cook some beef. Maybe get some oak wood growing. Feels so wrong to place trees here, but we'll make do. Banana. I like bananas. Now, let us make the composter. Ooh, we have got to make the... when the composter is there. Now, the real question of the decade: can you place mushrooms inside a composter? Because if you could do that, we would be a millionaire. You can. That is excellent. Very excellent. Ah, a glowy thing over there. Probably just the light. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Shears have more durability than I thought. You know, that makes sense. I think I'll just take this peninsula. You see, or no, that field of brown mushrooms there is perfect. I think I'm just going to try and make this out of brown mushroom. Oh no. I'm going to need Silk Touch to build this bad boy, aren't I? Well, such is the notion of such good things. Good intentions, yet, unfortunately, unfavorable outcomes. Depression. I'll just be homeless for a while. But do not fret, we can get some basic survival stuff up and going. I'll think of something to build. I mean, I've got food for ages. If not for the storage issues, mushroom stew is S-tier food. And that is a very cool structure. Oh my gosh, I've never seen ruins quite that great looking before. I'm a little bit scared. But nothing to be afraid of here, it's just the water. Nothing to be scared of, it's just water. Ooh, sea lantern. Very spicy. There's that. There you are. Oh no. Okay, mission abort, mission abort, mission abort. Okay, I think I distracted them. Okay, this could end very badly if I don't get to shore quickly. Trident drowned are like the skeletons of the water. Very scary, very upsetting. They can see better than I can down here. This is not natural habitat. They're still coming after me. I want to save that stuff. The kelp is very cool, but I don't have enough time to collect it all. Wait. That trident drowned is still coming over. I'm going to get geared up and fight that thing. I think that trident drowned is persistent. It won't despawn, most likely. If that thing comes onto the surface, looks like it's still targeting us even from this far away. Which is interesting. I think it's mostly forgotten about us. Yeah. Wow. Well, that was exciting. When we step foot in the water, it will remember that we exist, and it will start attacking us again. Ow. See how much that thing hurts? Like, holy cow, man. Now you see why I'm so afraid of these things. Because I know just what they can do to a man. Or a woman. They're not discriminatory. Very scary stuff. Okay, well, let's see. Like I said, we need lapis. We do not have it. Let's go on the surface and explore a little bit. I think we're going to need silk touch before we can start picking up these mushroom blocks and start building our mushroom abode with them. Well, who said we had to make a mushroom house with them? We could make a house out of deep slate and cobblestone and all sorts of neat stuff. Deep slate. We'll always call it grimstone in our hearts, won't we? Ooh. Got some of this nice spruce wood. I wish Mojang would take the time to add maybe a few more variants of overworld biomes. There are a lot of them, but there are a few I think that they could use. Like, it'd be cool to have a mixed forest that had, like, oak, spruce, and birch trees in it. I always thought that'd be neat. In fact, I made a mod that adds biomes like that. Are you a banana? I don't know, man. Quiet stream tonight. That's okay. My Shapes.io streams were fun, even if we did start getting into, like, religion and politics and money and obvious philosophical topics that would be perfect for gaming. There's nothing quite like Shapes to make you talk like philosophy stuff. Okay. Well, don't want to stray too far, but I do want to see if I can get some resources and see the world. I guess now I could. Ah! 2 of them. That's a lot of creepers. Watch this. Thank you very much. Very epic. There's a speeder. I can collect some of my resources now that I can actually fight things. Maybe I'm fighting. Say what you will about the combat update, but I personally like the new combat. Just needs some tweaks. Can't wait until that combat patch comes out, Mojang. Ahem. They'll remember. They've just got it cooking for a long time. There's one thing Mojang is not skimp out on, it's quality. Quantity, they don't have as much, but quality is what they strive for. Modders could easily make all the features in Minecraft that they want in, like, days. But Mojang takes even longer to add the things that need to be added, to the quality of which they are to be added. I did kinda think all along that the Caves and Cliffs update in general was a big one for them to chew, so it's no wonder they had to postpone it. 7 playbacks. Dang. Getting popular with the streamers tonight. Want to find a beehive, because the beeswax can be used to make the old candle, as you can see. The honeycomb, rather. Just like the cereal. I don't think I've ever tried post-honeycomb cereal, as a matter of fact. I just know about the commercials with the weird guy who goes around. Chickens. Very lovely find. I have a diamond for some reason. Where'd that come from? collect these eggs. One thing I've always liked to have in Minecraft is a trident. I mean, it's hard to get tridents ordinarily. You have to grind around, sometimes for a very long time. Sometimes you could get lucky and just have one appear. Bedrock is a bit more lenient. Tridents can drop off regular drowned, but nah, we Java players, we gotta grind for our tridents. And a mending trident you have to get too, because you can't repair tridents, and they're hard enough to get. Mending is a necessity. You know, I wonder if I can get an experience farm going. Obviously not here. I want to build a big suspended railway system for transportation. And I think that would be, as the hip kids say, Pogeres. Poguchampu. Ah, yes. Glow lichen glows on all the surfaces and grows on all the... Got a lot of stuff. Got lots more iron. I think by now I could craft a shield. Now watch these pro gamer moves. Hold on. Crafted it all at once. Ta-da! We did it. We are now kitted out in pro gamer gear. Alright, let's go underground. We could go to the Nether, but I don't know if I want to yet. Got things that need to be done. Maybe I could try and kill that trident drowned. Ooh, they changed up the sugarcane texture again. They changed up a few more textures lately. Sugarcane, there you are. Got it! Wow, we got trident first try. That is lucky. First we get a mushroom biome, then we get a trident first try. That is very impressive. Although this trident only has 23 uses left. If we could get a mending book on this bad boy, that would be sick. Well, in our current situation, I think the best way to get mending... Wait, I could only see about 1/4 of your... Oh, shoot. No wonder no one was saying... Why wouldn't anyone say anything about that? Ah, beans. Sorry about that. Man, this is awkward. Let's see. Okay. Let me know if this is any better. Okay, that's not any better because my game just crashed. Sorry about that. Shoot. Finally. Sorry. Yeah, it worked for like 5 seconds. Sorry it took so long. This is most awkward moment. This is what we in the industry call a brother moment. I wish somebody had told me sooner. This is not going as I had planned. That's okay. Oh! If that's working, that is epic. And yeah, for some reason it just does not like that. So I'm gonna try doing what I was doing before. So close, yet so far. Recording softwares are infuriating. Okay. Hold on a moment. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It's just not wanting to cooperate. Okay. Wow, 4 concurrent viewers. That is... or 3 now. Very epic. Let's try again. There we go. Okay. How about this? Does that work? It'll show up at first, but let me know if this fixes things, please. I really hope it does. I really could just be checking this on my end, too. Okay. Back in the game. Well, now I'm all disoriented. Where was I going? And what was I doing? Well, there's that. I think I was just exploring and seeing where I was. Oh, fiddlesticks. Now I have to go back and do all that stuff that I did again. And I bet that trident is not in the chest either. Unless it duplicated my items, maybe? Question mark, question mark, question mark. It's still cropped. Oh, man. Not cooperating at all. Man. Well, I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, I think I know what needs to be done. Excuse me for a sec, this will only take a moment. Okay. Now when I put it in full screen, that should do it. Okay. Now we're in the picture. Now we're gaming. There we are. Whew. Now, like I was saying, I bet it reset all our progress because the game crashed and it couldn't have autosaved. What a shame. Well, it didn't duplicate anything. Probably for the best. I never was much of a cheater, unlike a certain Minecraft speedrunner whose name rhymes with dream. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hold any grudges against anyone for something like that. Now, let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna get geared up for this. Maybe we'll get lucky again and get a trident. He's still targeting me, even on land. Thought drown didn't target you when you were on land during daytime. Okay, now to see those epic speedrun crafting tactics again on display. Okay, there we go, it works. I'm looking at the stream and it works. With my own 2 eyes. That makes me very happy. Still have a lot to learn about the world of streaming video games, but at least I can get the screen not to be cropped. Oh dear, only cropping the inventory bar. Well, we can go further. Maybe that will do it. I'm using OBS, and for some reason the settings are being extra screwy tonight. I do not understand it. I scream, for I do not understand. That's not much better. In fact, I think it's even worse than before. I think it's a resolution mismatch issue. I do not understand. Okay, I'm going to pause this for just a second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I tend to be a bit of a perfectionist sometimes when it comes to little things like this. I think it's not a bad quality to have in moderation. To strive for doing your best at everything that you do. Now, we can realize that we just forgot to craft a shield. Silly us. Yeah, let's craft a shield and a boat and all that fancy stuff. Boat first. Oh hey, the inventory bar is visible now. Ta-da! See? Told you I just needed to fiddle with it. Alright. Now I'm ready to fight this trident drowned again. Ow. Trident, come on. We got so lucky earlier, but that was before my game crashed. Oh well. There will always be more drowned in the sea. Is that a glow lichen? Looks like one. I might harvest it if I feel like it. Anyway, let's go here. And just dive down quickly. Snag this stuff. Voila. Yes, finally, it's perfect. Nice. Yeah. Makes me very satisfied. To achieve perfection. Quality's not perfect, but it's livable. And I just realized I need to go up to the surface for air. I could just get air underwater with the magma column, couldn't I? Bubble columns give you air. Let's try it. It works. My pro gamer strategy works. Another chest. Ooh, that's what I wanted, a fishing rod. Well, if you want a really roundabout way of getting bricks, here's your really roundabout way of getting bricks. Ooh. Wonder if anyone's tried to restore these structures. Like, if they just drained out the ocean in a particular spot and restored them. Oh dear. Yeah, it's probably best that we don't drown. I think that it's not good to drown. Or else you'll end up like... Oh, wow, there's another chest. I just realized I could use the bubble column technique today. Buried treasure map. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's get out of here. Or we could just loot some more. Let's loot more. So much. Unbreaking 3. So many resources here to get. Can't wait to go in here with Silk Touch and get these sea lanterns and stuff. Okay. Ooh. Let's go over there and see what that one's like. I have a new appreciation for magma blocks now. Being able to stop at them to refill air underwater is very valuable. You just have to make sure you're sneaking so you don't take damage. Wait a minute. That's a lot of drowned. Well, I'm gonna get out of here now. I have taken my fill. Maybe I could go to the buried treasure map. The buried treasures always have something good. This one is northeast. Probably this shore here. Yep. We're making steady progress. So yeah. We are making... Oh wow, this is actually very far away. Sure, we'll go there. What could possibly go wrong? Absolutely nothing. That's right. Hello. I have nothing for you. Sorry. There's a fox. Wonder if there are sweet berries nearby. No doubt, somewhere. But yeah, can't wait for the combat snapshots to be perfected, and then we'll finally have Minecraft combat that everyone can agree on. Because I like the combat update, but there are no doubt some things that need to be ironed out. And my disdain for figuring out the exact position of buried treasure will never fail to exist. It's always so hard to figure out just exactly where it is. Okay, it's somewhere right here. No precision whatsoever. You just go in, you go boosh. But nothing like that. And then that happens. But don't worry, we can get our stuff back. Easy peasy. Still surprises me that I got killed at, like, that range. I mean, not too much of a surprise, because I was literally at point blank. I should have kept my shield. Actually, this gives me an opportunity to swing by the base before I go get a shovel. How about iron shovel? We're gonna go for the best of the best. I'm tempted to get a diamond shovel, but I'm not quite that rich yet. Oh. Is it working? That's kind of scary. I thought the stream would be working. It should be working. Okay, everything's working. I just didn't understand what was going on there. Alright. Usually if you get the monsters all mixed up, you can come out of a fight A-okay. Good old monster infighting. Alright, so I was around over here when I died. Actually, that's a lie. I was not over here when I died. I have deceived you all. It was a trick. My actual location of death was around... Oh hey, sweet berries. Must not have noticed these earlier. Here we are. My death location. My home. Maybe not quite. Anyway, let's get going. We got items to pick up. The whole spilling items on death thing is only mildly infuriating. Okay, that's a lie. It's very infuriating. But it happens. Maybe someday I'll perfect the stream settings where I don't have to worry about resizing, but for now, it's simply something I'll have to deal with. As long as I can play the game, it's okay. Alright, now that we have everything together, we can go on top of the treasure right about here, actually, and dig away. You have to be super precise with this treasure map business. Can't say I am a particular fan. There it is. Hard C, diamond, gold, iron, TNT, cooked fish. We got the works, gamers. And I always steal the chest too. Well, maybe, I don't know. There is a mod that adds in a feature where, if you open a chest underwater, it creates bubbles. They should add that to the base game. Now, a sweet berry farm would be a very fun way to get food early game. Just go around right-clicking, maybe even make an automatic berry farm utilizing foxes. That would be most interesting. I saw somebody do that. But now we have more diamonds, and we have more iron. That was a fun little venture. Still haven't got quite everything we need, but it will do. I think we can mine now. Again. Tuesday night craftin'. That's the game we're playing right now. 'Cause where I am, it's Tuesday night. compost everything. I'd like to find a village, but it doesn't seem as though we're near too many forests, so that's okay. And I know that Nether... well, I could make a giant suspended blue ice boatway. That'd be very fun, actually. Let's see now. I think we have everything sorted out. Now we can resume our mining trip. Message restricted. It's Wednesday morning in Indonesia here. Awesome. Wednesday morning is a good time of day. The time of day when you anticipate a really good day. At least for me, that's the way it is. What? This cave confuses me. I know where I'm supposed to go. Over here. I just realized I forgot some very important materials. So, I'm gonna be stuck mining in the dark. Unless we find wood. If we did that, it would be easy. Doesn't look like there's gonna be a ruined portal for a while, so might as well mine this. The early game is always a grind. I've played it so many times. I guess that's what turns me off from the building part. I get too tired by the early game. But the early game gives you reasons to use some of the most important, or some of the most unique things in the game. So it's not too bad. Just a few more obsidian and we should be good. There we go. Just 8. Why not use those? Oh yeah. I've done that in the past. I could, but that'd require a lot of iron. And by contrast, it doesn't take as long for me to simply... Well, I guess it wouldn't take too much. As long as you have a bucket or two, I could do that, but it takes a lot of time and effort, and I'm kind of restricted as to where I build the portal, so... For this one, I'm just gonna mine obsidian. Besides, it's a good excuse to kind of take a chance to think about life and what led me up to this point. And was it really worth it? I'd say so. Oh, there's lapis. It's going to be a pain to mine, but at least it's there. Mining it will be terrible. That's okay. If it were easier to see underwater, it would be easier to mine this, but that's what night vision potions are for, so it's just a part of the game. And we do not have access to those things yet. Once I get some basic enchanted gear, the nether will be much more defanged, especially fire protection. Fire protection is a very good enchantment. Of course, ideally, you would not get caught on fire in the first place, but you know, I mean, ideally you wouldn't take damage in the first place, but we have armor, so whatever. I like decorating stuff a little bit. I'll be building more once I get more materials. But maybe I should enjoy the early game some more. You know, build a house, do some stuff. But what I want, popping in, too tired to discuss computer storage, I'll call tomorrow. Yeah. Hello there, happy to see you here, Jacob. Anyway, I've just started a while ago. I'm about to visit the nether, actually. But, thank you for joining in. I'll discuss the computer tomorrow. Hopefully your storage situation is okay. I'm a banana, just a banana. Got a song stuck in my head right now. It's a banana rap by that one YouTuber. He said he made it when he was, well, several years ago anyway. It's just about a banana who can't do anything because he's a banana. Kind of a sad story, but anyway. Now that we have lapis, we can go ahead and enchant some stuff. We'll try gold as well, and see if we can get some better enchants that way. Protection, aqua affinity, unbreaking, protection, aqua affinity. Let's see. Let's see if we can get fire protection or anything else. That's what I really want to get before I enter the nether. But it looks like we're not going to have an easy time, so aqua affinity is a good enchantment, but we'll just settle for it. Yeah. Let's see what we can get on our old chest plate here. Protection 1. Let's see what we can get on our stuff. Efficiency, unbreaking. Smite 1. Smite is a surprisingly good enchantment. The thing with Smite is, you think it's like Sharpness, but just for undead mobs, but the amount of damage, the amount of extra damage that Smite does is pretty ridiculous. And also, apparently a bomb was found near Burger King today. Like, the Burger King in town? Dang, that is scary. That is actually very scary. I mean, just imagine All those people sitting in there, nobody realized what was underneath them the whole time. And then they could all go boom at any second. Well, yeah, correct. Yeah, Smite 1, let's get it. There we go. Unbreaking, protection, projectile protection. Mainly for skeletons and stuff. It's not a bad enchantment. Well, this is going to take a while to get some extra experience, so we'll just go for the low-level ones. Blast protection is not bad. Ooh, feather falling would be good. Looks like it's going to be hard to get some extra experience, so I'll just do that. Oh. One more of these killed and I should be good. Or not. One more ingot? It's hard to grind experience in the early game. Anyway, I need to focus on getting the portal lit up. I do not have flints, so I'll just go grab some gravel from the ocean. Usually it's easy to find here. Got it first try? I'd say that's pretty lucky. Or unlucky if you really want gravel. It's a good block. Why wouldn't you want gravel? I am a bit of a gravel-holic. Ah, Sweden. Great little tune. One more. Protection. We'll do protection. Even just regular old protection 1 is pretty good. Imagine getting enchanted diamond before you go in the nether. That would be sick. That'd require a lot of diamonds, though. If you really want to put yourself through the grind and do some mining off camera, it's not too bad. Let's see. Let's see if we can make anything with the copper yet. We could make a lightning rod, or some simple decorative blocks. That'll open up the way to cut copper blocks, which requires 4 of those. Very epic. Copper has a nice look about it. Okay. Wouldn't it be great if we could get... Okay. So, now that business is sorted out, let's light this baby up and take our way to the nether. For now, I will just build it here. I'm going to take that gold helmet with me, because who knows, we might encounter some piglins on our first hop through the portal. So yeah, we got our gear, we have everything we need to survive. See, we spawned here in the nether wastes. Nether quartz is always great for XP. I should have come through here and gotten a whole bunch of experience, then I could have spent it on whatever I wanted. Well, that's okay. That's what grindstones are for. I could try some barters and try my luck at getting something good, but... Hello, welcome. Hope you enjoy your time here. I just got into the Nether. Very fun place, very hospitable. Very scary. But fret not. If you know your way around, you can quell the dangers and be on your merry way. And the Nether is full of resources to plunder. So there is also that. That poor guy getting chased around. And there are our skeletons that I was talking about earlier. Wearing a headset for a while takes a toll. Plenty of bone meal here. Perfect for farming anything, really. I like bone blocks. Very satisfying sound to them. Let's see. Doesn't seem to change since 1.8. Never mind. What do you mean, the Nether? Oh yeah, the Nether certainly has changed. Very much so. There was a whole update prior to this one that focused on the Nether. But one thing that hasn't changed is these guys. Fortunately, the strategy for beating them is still as straightforward as doing that. But predicting their trajectory still proves to be a challenge. But gotta get that sweet, sweet advancement. Like that. I was hoping for a gas tier, but alas, none such thing. Anywho, swaths of nether gold lay before us, but I'm not taking my chances with the stuff. One wrong move and those piglins could be very mad at us. Oh yeah, out of the loop, the zombie pigmen have changed. They're now called zombified piglins, because they have added a new mob called just the piglin. It's basically when Notch was talking about having pigmen as villagers. This inspired their implementation of piglins, which are similar to the idea of pigmen, except they're a bit more crude. They're hostile to you unless you wear a piece of gold armor, and they just barter instead of a more sophisticated trade system. You give them a piece of gold, and they will just throw stuff on the ground for you. And it's entirely random. You could get anything from gravel or string to higher tier stuff like ender pearls and leather. So, having a bartering system is a pretty useful thing. RIP. Yeah, RIP zombie pigmen. There will always be zombie pigmen in my heart. I do miss zombie pigmen. Oh yeah, and also RIP that ghast. Yeah. Gotta get the glowstone. I love this stuff. One of the best blocks in the game. But don't get too greedy. I could easily get pushed off, or I could fall off. It would be super scary if that happened, so that's not something I'm gonna hope for. Glowstone clusters are always scary to mine, but you gotta have some kind of risk in this game, or else nothing has meaning. Maybe. Anyway, enough of that. Let's venture into this new biome here, the Crimson Forest. Very splendid place, but it's also one of the most dangerous places to be in the Nether. Those places are inhabited by another new mob, the Hoglin, and piglins in large swaths. Hoglins, unlike their piglin counterparts, I guess, no, they will attack you on sight, no matter what. So they gave gold armor use. What about leather and chainmail? Well, As far as leather goes, in Caves and Cliffs, this update I'm playing right now, they have a new block in mountain biomes called powder snow. And you sink in it, and if you stay in it too long, you start taking freeze damage, and you can get frozen to death if you're not careful. But, if you are careful, if you wear leather boots, you can walk above the snow, and any additional piece of leather armor reduces your freezing speed. So it's interesting. Chainmail is still just kind of an ornamental thing. Alright. Now, hoglins are an interesting case. They're very challenging. Very tough, very scary. I'm wearing enchanted iron. But, you see that? They drop pork chops. And they're hostile mobs. Put 2 and 2 together and you can get yourself a pretty lucrative farm going if you are a fan of making nether mob farms. But, to compensate, these mobs are very, very dangerous. And Crimson Forests are filled to the brim with them, so it's crucial that you watch yourself here. Speaking of things they gave a use, they gave the hoes a use. You can now use them to break certain blocks more quickly, like netherwart blocks and stuff like that. Crimson fungus is what we are breaking right now. This is the stem of the block. It's basically a new wood type, and it has a nice purplish burgundy color to it, I guess you could say. Not exactly crimson, but still a good color nonetheless. And it's coated in these red netherwart blocks, which you probably recognize from a previous update, but it's nice that they incorporated them into the world gen. Anyway, that's enough fiddling around. Let's get out of here before these hoglins cause us any more trouble. I'm not super equipped to loot this area yet. Where is that hoglin? Still following me. Very dangerous creature. But fortunately, these piglins and hoglins do have a weakness that can be exploited sometimes. And that is that they are not immune to fire, despite being nether mobs. So there's that. Let's see. I know generally where I need to go, so that's no issue. If you can barter for pearls, does that mean you no longer... That is correct. You don't have to, although the chance of getting ender pearls is very rare compared to other stuff. Unless you're Dream. Dream is a Minecraft speedrunner who, suffice to say, he definitely cheated because he was using an external, or he was using a data pack to modify his rates at getting ender pearls from barters, and the rate at which blazes drop blaze rods. However, there is also another solution for getting stuff like that too. You can also get a there's another biome called the Warped Forest. It's like the Crimson Forest, but it has like a light blue theming. And it's probably the safest biome in the Nether, all things considered, because the only mobs that spawn there are Endermen, in large swaths. So, it's not very hard to find Endermen if you know where a Warped Forest is, thankfully. And it is and like I said, very safe biome compared to all the other ones. So between those two things, it's definitely easier to get ender pearls more consistently. Now let's see. I was going to get some other tools, but oh, I had shears all along. Well, back into the Nether we go. I'm going to explore a little bit more. See if I can find another fortress. One thing that has not changed is the pain and suffering that finding another fortress can be sometimes. Still amounts to luck. As far as the most dangerous biome in the Nether goes, the big contender for that would probably be this one right here, the Soul Sand Valley. The only mobs that spawn here are regular old skeletons and ghasts. Very large numbers of them. And not to mention the fact that you're slowed down by the soul sand stuff constantly. So while it's a great place to farm for ghasts, it is not a safe place in the slightest, and it is arguably significantly more dangerous than the other ones. The main part of the Nether is still pretty safe. Well, about as safe as the Nether can be anyways. Well, I do not like this. But fret not. I tempted fate, and now I am suffering the consequences. Well, let's get out of here. Yeah, enough of that for now. I've had enough Nether finagling for now. Also, I'm assuming this Dream guy got exiled from the Minecraft fanbase. Yes and no. He's still very popular on YouTube. He still has his fans, but they're mostly kids. Honestly, Dream himself, his content's not that offensive, but, like, his fanbase is apparently what's notoriously bad. I don't really watch the Dream scene very much, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, think a good way to spend some time would be with some good old fishing. Nothing quite like fishing to get you absolutely broken items. If you're lucky. Oh, speaking of which, this guy's gonna spoil our fun. Alright, you. Dream actually did admit to cheating eventually, but it took him a very long time. Although he played the whole ignorant victim card, he said he didn't know that it was cheating. Although it seems like to me it'd be pretty straightforward. If you use a data pack to increase your chance of drops, that gives you an unfair edge. Well, as some other guy once said, the issue with Minecraft speedruns is that consistency is the hardest thing to get. It's pretty much random chance whether or not you're going to get a good seed and get everything to fall in your favor. And the chances of you getting a good Minecraft speedrun are based on how long you're willing to spend just cycling through worlds. That's why I haven't really done many speedruns. That's why I haven't speedrun the game. I don't speedrun games very much in general. It's a very fun thing to do from the looks of it, but I'm just not very good at that. Well, decent enough. I like optimizing things. And I haven't really built a house yet out of a lack of necessity to. And also I'm trying to wait until I can get Silk Touch, so I can do things. The scenario I'm in right now is like when your parents come into your room when you're playing a video game or something. And you're trying to talk with them and still pay attention at the same time. But yeah, Smite is crazy good. I killed that guy in 2 hits with a Smite 1 enchanted sword. Alright. Well, I landed critical hits, but still, my point stands. Richard stands. He was a good guy, I'm sure. It's the guy they made the Pledge of Allegiance for, to Richard Stands. Pufferfish. Well, you can get really good loot from fishing, but it takes a rather long time. So you have to have patience for it. But it's a good thing to do if you've got nothing better to do in the game. It's just like Stardew Valley. If you have time to spare, just spend it fishing. We're building. It would be nice to have a kelp farm. Kelp is a very easy resource to get, but nice, they updated the oceans. Oh yeah, the oceans have so much new content now. The kelp, the fish mobs, the shipwrecks, and the drowned, and the tridents, and the dolphins, and the everything. Oceans have changed, and there are new different types of oceans too. You have warm oceans, cold oceans, frozen oceans. I think they already had those, but they still have them. With icebergs and polar bears. Yeah, oceans are really neat. But yeah, fishing is still the same. Wait around, for something to get your bobber. Cast it back. But the good thing about fishing is, the more time you spend, the higher a chance you get to have a really good fishing rod. And the better fishing rod you have, the higher of a chance you have at actually getting something worthwhile. And you do get experience for fishing, so that's nice. I could start farming these mushrooms. They are, for all intents and purposes, cows after all. And I could start farming sugarcane, and I could start getting paper, and I could start making books. And then I could enchant everything. But yeah. I think honestly a kelp farm would be a nice thing to do. Kelp is not the most useful block. It's a plant. You can use it decoratively. You can smelt it in a furnace to get dried kelp, which is a pretty bad food source, but it's very abundant and you can eat it quickly, so it's not bad for early game. And yeah, milk 'em for mushroom soup. Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I did. That's probably the best way to get food early game if you spawn in a biome like this. Because otherwise your options are pretty limited. Really, they're limited by where you are. And I like that. Minecraft has a lot of variety for the early game now. If you spawn near an ocean, you can make do with dried kelp for the first day. If you spawn in a taiga, you can make do with sweet berries for the first day. If you spawn near a village, you can make do with, well, you got a lot. Especially bread. You can loot the hay bales that spawn, and you can get a whole load of bread. I'll make that deeper later. But yeah, it's pretty plain to see there are a lot of options. And yeah, that's what I like a lot. So one good thing about Minecraft speedrunning, I said consistency was an issue, but nowadays the strategy is much more broad. Wait, hay bales? Oh yeah, villages are another thing that they updated. Gosh. The game has had so much stuff added to it since 1.8. That was when Notch sold the game to Microsoft, I believe. And I think that at that point they were able to add a lot more content because they just had a bigger team. Mojang was acquired by Microsoft, so naturally they could afford to have bigger staff. so they had more manpower to work on content. And like I said, they spend loads of time polishing the content that they add. And ever since about 1.13, the updates have been focusing on a specific theme. 1.13 was the oceans, 1.14 was the villages, 1.15 was a smaller update. It just added in beehives and bees and made some tweaks to the graphical engine and performance fixes. 1.16 was the nether, and this update is a two-part update that focuses on caves and also mountains. But yeah, I can't help but miss the old updates though, when Notch was still on the team. Those always will have a special charm to me that I feel like the game has kind of lost a little bit nowadays. Minecraft is a different game than it used to be, but it's still a good game. Still a very good game. Still probably one of the best games. Let's see. I'm gonna probably make a bookshelf. Oh wait, I need more books. Ah, gosh. I do need to find a village. That will give me a lot of stuff to do. And now I have the resources to do it. So we can do it. Fill up, and we're off. I think if just fiddling around the taiga for a while, we'll eventually find a village. But yeah, I was talking earlier about how good of an enchantment Smite is. I still stand by that. I was, at first, a little bit confused, disappointed even by Smite, because I thought, oh, it's just like sharpness, but it only does extra damage against undead mobs. And then, I realized, hey, wait a minute, no. It does extra damage, like double damage, compared to sharpness. Or actually, I learned that from watching a video. I didn't even know that for so long. They're fixing cave gen? Yeah, oh yeah, they're definitely fixing it. More than fixing it, they are expanding the world as well, again. Used to be 256 blocks high, now it's going to be 384. They're taking it 64 blocks down, so the new floor of the world will be at negative 64. And the new top of the world will be at, never mind, I got that mixed up. The top of the world is going to be at 384, the bottom of the world is going to be negative 64. So that means that they're making it 512 blocks, compared to 256 blocks. In fact, if you tweak the world settings, you can already have the worlds be as high and low as you want now, but they postponed that for the next part of the update because it proved to be a challenging task to balance performance around this. So, yeah. Oh hey! This is a new feature for caves and cliffs. Let me show you what's in here. Ta-da! Oh wow! This is a whole system. This is a geode. This is a unique structure, and it basically is kind of like a dungeon in that the things you find here are locationally unique. You can't take them with you, so you just have to come back and visit every time you want more of something. And the prize... Smite also does... Oh yeah, sharpness. Oh yeah, sharpness is still very good, although Smite does even more damage against undead mobs than sharpness does against regular mobs. Anyway, Smite's still good. I have an appreciation for it. The resource here is amethyst, which comes in these comes off of these budding blocks. As you can see, they don't drop like spawners, so you have to come back. And these crystals will grow on these budding blocks. And you break them, you can get extra amethyst shards, and you can use these for crafting certain special blocks. You can make tinted glass, which is a clear block that lets light through. And you can make a spyglass, which lets you... It's basically Optifine's zoom feature. A new ore tier? Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a tier. There's still the traditional progression of woodstone, iron diamond. But amethyst and copper do offer some extra things. I think they're kind of trying to shy away from not adding many new tool tiers, which I'm kind of sad about, but I can understand. But yeah, copper and amethyst are very cool. And it makes me hope that they're going to add more geodes in our future. I'm afraid I might forget where this geode is. I will screenshot this location. A map would be sick to have. Gosh. My inventory filled up quickly. Just like it. Gosh. So much space. Don't forget, oh yeah, netherite. That's a new thing. I really like how they did netherite. Netherite is the ultimate tier of tool that comes after diamond. They added that in 1.16. How it works is a bit unique. You have to mine, like, netherite scrap in the... No, ancient debris is what it's called. Sorry, that's the block in the nether. And each one of those can be smelted to give you netherite scrap. And then you basically alloy that with gold in a crafting table, and you get netherite ingots. It takes about 4 scrap and 4 gold, I think, to make an ingot. Maybe 2, I forget. Once you have 1 ingot, though, you can take a smithing table, you take a diamond tool or gear piece, and you can put netherite on it, and it upgrades it. Although it's not quite as busted as it sounds, it's marginally better than diamond. The durability is better, so it's significantly better. The sword does 1 extra damage, the durability is improved. It's overall pretty good, but at that point in the game, it's kind of hard to notice. Although it's not dismissing netherite. Netherite is still great. And if you're in the endgame, you should definitely try and get it. But personally, I would stick with diamond until you can have ready access to mending books. Because otherwise, it is going to be an absolute pain to try and repair your netherite constantly. Not that it needs much repair, but you get my point. Anyway, let's see if we can make that new spyglass. That's always a cool thing. Here it is. You can basically just see far away. It doesn't increase your render distance or anything, but it's just basically Optifine zoom. It's pretty nifty. I like it. And in third person it has its own animation. It's very nice. Did they change the look of the ores? Yes, they did. They changed all of them so they all have a unique shape now. I believe because of color blindness reasons. I mean, that's the reason that ruby didn't get added, because Dinnerbone was colorblind, and they added emeralds instead because they were easier to tell apart. But maybe they will add ruby now that the ores are different shapes. Now, what to do? Kind of afraid to go too far, I might lose my house. A bed would be very nice. Just a regular old bed. Oh, you can change the zoom setting with the POV? Let's have a look. I'm giving a subscribe. Thanks. I don't stream super duper often, but when I do, you can expect absolute greatness, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm pretty good. Really, I just like playing video games and sharing them with people. I think that's the fun part. Let's see. I think I'll keep going for about 30 more minutes, and then I will quit. Because I do need to sleep. It's nighttime where I live right now. What I make video-wise varies greatly depending on my mood. I have not been very consistent as of late, and that is a lot of kelp. If you like kelp, then this is the place for you. Gosh. And now that we have the spyglass, you can always fulfill your dreams of being a pirate. I think that's pretty fun. Oh hey, speaking of villages, there it is. Those are some tall towers. A clear shot from the house, the desert village, and a desert temple. That is sick. And that is so much sugarcane. I have never seen so much sugarcane in my life. Maybe. Naturally generated. That is splendid. This is Minecraft screenshot material. And off in the distance, you can see, man, so many structures to loot, so little time. We'll start from the very end. This is like a 3-course buffet of structures. Hello! Hello there. We are doing fine. You came in just at the right time. So much sugarcane. I guess that makes sense because it's a desert, but I didn't know it generated in this large of amounts. That's rare. And here we are. This bad boy is a ruined portal structure. And it's basically just a portal out in the overworld. You can find some loot here. You can find flint and steels, obsidian, fire charges. If you're lucky enough to find one of these, and you don't have as much obsidian, you could build your nether portal here. Just keep in mind you're going to have to replace this stuff with regular obsidian. And in case you're wondering what this stuff is, guess what? Watch this. You're going to probably cry tears of nostalgia. Crying obsidian. They finally added it. For those unfamiliar, crying obsidian used to be a block early in the game when beds weren't really a thing. And basically they would set your spawn point, crying obsidian would. And when beds were put in, they removed it. But now it's back, and this time it serves a bit of a different function. It's still related to respawning, but since beds already exist, it's used for something different. It's used in a crafting recipe to create something called a respawn anchor. And you can use that in the nether to actually respawn in the nether. The catch is, you have to recharge it with glowstone. Occasionally. But as long as you have glowstone to recharge it with, you basically just get infinite respawns in the nether. And that is a very clever interpretation of it. I'm glad they added it. Yo, you bet. From pigmen to, like, crying obsidian, I'm still amazed they added all that. But yeah, desert temple looting time. So much to see and do here. Gosh. So much. Diamonds, golden apples, emeralds, string, gunpowder. There's a lot. Blows my mind. And yeah, I was gonna say something about crying obsidian, but I forgot what it was. I like to collect lots of string. Maybe because I'm... Ooh. Plenty of gold. And some iron, too. So many things. But yeah, crying obsidian can't be used to make a portal, unfortunately. So, that's a bit sad. But you can use it to just make respawn anchors. You can use this decoration. It has that really cool dripping animation. And overall, it's a neat block. One thing about respawn anchors is if you use a respawn anchor in the overworld, it will explode just like how beds explode in the nether. And crying obsidian also provides a marginal amount of light. It's also a piglin barter item as well. That's how you get more crying obsidian. An excellent thing about ruined portals is that they spawn in the nether just as much as the overworld, so if you get trapped in the nether, you have a way of getting out. If you stumble across enough ruined portals and collect enough obsidian, you should be able to build your way out, and get a flint and steel too, or a fire charge. You could also barter with piglins if you need to get more obsidian. Oh yeah, the textures. In 1.14, one of the Mojang employees did a retexturing of nearly everything in the game. A lot of it looks similar, but just a little bit different. But a lot of stuff changed. Some of the stuff changed a lot, like the wheat. The wheat looks very different now. And villagers sleep in beds, which is always nice. And you can kick them out of bed if you're mean. But they do have to understand, I can skip the night and they can't. They do look different. But if you like the old textures, there is always this. You can change it to programmer art textures, which are the old ones. Ta-da! It's just like 1.13 and before. Villagers look different because they actually have hood textures. That's a little interesting tidbit about villager textures. There's an unused hood on them that was in the game for the longest time, but they never actually implemented the hood in the texture. Even in modern day Minecraft, the villagers don't have a hood. But if you're using programmer art, they do. I guess because the way they changed the villager rendering meant that they do use their hoods more. They re-added nitwits. Oh yeah, that's right. The nitwits are just regular old villagers. They still don't have trades, and they're still relatively useless. But they are very cool nonetheless. There we go. We got cat. C-A-T-E. They changed ocelots and how they work. Now you can't exactly tame ocelots to get cats. You can give them food and they will trust you, but you won't be able to tame them. Instead, cats spawn as stray cats in the villages, and you can tame them there. Same process, just a different look. Let's see if we can get another cat. And they added way more cats, which is always nice. Could always use more cats. Ah ha ha! Ooh! There's a glow squid, and a cave, and a... oh no. Hey, you. You're ruining our moment. Whoa, that's an underwater cave. They added those? Maybe it was just in the update, but yeah. If you want a new item, here's a new item for you. Glow ink sack. That's one of the new items from the update, and that is one of the new mobs, the glow squid. Right next to the axolotl, another new mob. A rather splendid new mob at that. They are very cute and they are very helpful. But keep in mind that they will hunt down any fish in their vicinity. So, yeah, the cutest predator, pretty much. Exactly what that says, so do be cautious. Anyway, now that we have a village, maybe we'll get lucky and find a librarian. And if not, we can fix that. There's so much that's changed about villages, it would be long-winded. Man, lots of skeletons out tonight. I do not like. Oh, I see what it is. The village structures now have, like, things under them, and they kind of spawned over the ocean. I'm gonna go back to new textures. I like the old ones a lot, but I'm gonna go to new ones today. Trade menus look very different. They're much better. In my opinion, I like them a lot. Farmers are different now. Well, I mean, in 1.8 they still did what they do. Gosh, so much to do, so much to see. Anyway, this village will be useful to come back to. I was just curious if I could find... After this stream I'm gonna replay Minecraft. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I think so. Ah, bummer, this iron golem is broken. That is another thing they added in 1.15, actually. You can actually now tell when iron golems are low on health. They will start to crack. And you can right-click with iron to give them more health. Very nice little quality of life feature. Anyway, looks like there's not much in the way of, whatchamacallit. Librarians. If we need one, we can always make a librarian. Villagers now have jobs and professions. Well, mainly jobs and professions. Profession is what their current task is. I don't know, I forget the terminology, but basically... Okay, new villagers are hard to explain. I'm going to let you look it up if you want to, in your own time. Go on, aren't you going to make a baby cat? There we go. There's an advancement for breeding all the cats. So it's a complete catalog. That's what the achievement is called. Very amusing. Now that I actually have more than one cat, that can be made pretty easy. And here are those hay bales. Makes it very, very easy to get them. Now, let's go back to our place. I wonder if the cats will follow us. I know they teleport, but will they be able to keep up? 1.14 had a nasty bug where pets wouldn't teleport properly. I spent ages just trying to get a parrot out of the jungle. It was absolutely terrible. I hated every second of it. Axolotl, very interesting animal. In real life as well. Of course, they're native to where I live. Well, I mean, not exactly. I'm a bit too far north for them. They're native to Central America and Mexico and stuff like that. Probably Texas, too. But I'm not quite in that area, but close to it. But unfortunately, axolotls are basically almost extinct in the wild, if not already completely extinct in the wild. But the good news is you can still see them if you go to like a pet store or something. They're still popular in the pet trade, and people breed them, and they're kept alive that way. And hopefully someday they'll be able to reintroduce axolotls to the wild. They're very sensitive to water quality, so water pollution was the main reason that they had such problems surviving. A very sad thing. But very happy that they're at least in Minecraft. Wait, isn't the boat? Oh yeah, the boat. Gosh, I forget what update they fixed boats in, but they made boats amazing in one of the updates. They don't break anymore. You can steer them with just the WAS keys, or the movement keys. And all in all, they're just great. Much better than they used to be. There we are. There's our axolotl friend. Mojang has a habit of adding very cute mobs. When they added in bees, they were super cute too. Another thing about axolotls that is very useful is that if you take them with you and you entice them with tropical fish, they'll actually fight on your behalf against underwater things like the guardians and the ocean monuments and stuff like that. And you'd think they'd be frail, but they're pretty effective, mainly because of their regenerative abilities and the fact that they play dead after they take too much damage. They can fall out of a fight, recharge, and then go right back in. So it's pretty useful to have them around if you are raiding an ocean monument or something. Very cool. They're not exactly pets like dogs and cats, but those cats are still stuck back in the desert. I've got to take them with me. Fortunately, when they updated boats, they made it so that you could have one additional passenger on them. And that includes mobs. So I can just transport them that way if I desire. Let's see now. My problem is I'm just not organized. I didn't bother building a house, so I don't have any organization. Let's make ourselves a map so we can identify where we are. I'll make a bookshelf first. Just because I like that thing. The recipe book is nice if you are new to the game and need help knowing about the recipes and don't want to consult the wiki. 1.9? Yeah, I think 1.9 was the boat change. Let's see. There we are. Maps are very cool. I've been playing the game ever since, let's see, 2012? Maybe 2013. I played Pocket Edition first, like the old Pocket Edition with nether reactors and stuff like that. And then in early 2013 I bought the Java edition of Minecraft and played it. And I have been hooked on it ever since. That was around the time that 1.5 was coming to an end and 1.6 came out. So I didn't really play much during alpha or beta or anything like that. I'd say that that is a pretty good assortment of sugarcane. We will be up to our knees in paper in no time. And once we can get ourselves a cartographer or a librarian, I think, either one of those will do, we will have paper trades in the bag. Since the Wither update started with Legacy. Oh yeah. That was a cool update. That was the one that came right before 1.5, I think. 1.4, pretty scary. Yeah, that was a good update. Beacons, witches, Wither. Very fun. These glow ink sacs are very cool. You can make item frames and signs glow with them. And they can be read in the dark, and they can... items that are put in glow in the dark too. So all in all, very nice if you have that nice dark room. Let's see. Well, we have experience, we have a bookshelf. I suppose I ought to enchant some stuff at some point. Cannot wait to start building. Also, I forget what Legacy Minecraft is. What was that on? It's been a hot minute or two or a few. But yeah, I'd say we got pretty good looting done this time. We have lots of useful little things. I want to build a coliseum with like mobs and everything. I think that'd be very fun. Well, I was gonna build a mushroom house, but I don't have Silk Touch yet, so... It's not that hard to get, thankfully, but still elusive for the early game. You could get a Silk Touch book from a villager, you could get it from fishing, you could get it from enchanting books, but I don't think that I have enough to even consider that yet. Oh! I need to start a wheat farm. That would be an excellent idea, would it not? Silly me forgetting some of the fundamental things of the game. Much has not changed, even with the basic circle. Still can't. Can you till paths? Okay, so we have to convert them to dirt, or paths, to make farmland. Paths are very cool. I think that's 1.12. .12 is one of my favorites because it was a fun version of modded Minecraft, and it added paths, added concrete. Concrete blocks are amazing, and concrete powders, they're underrated. Definitely should give them a shot. They're basically just solid colored blocks, so they're optimal for stuff like pixel art. Now that we have so many bones, I could make a bone meal farm for stuff. If I had pistons. 1.7.2. Ah. That's Legacy? Oh yeah, Legacy 1.7. Ah. That's cool. But yeah, I just remembered something. I could easily make an easy plant farm. I will show you how it works. Basically, you need pistons, you need a redstone clock that keeps on going, and you need to just keep bone mealing it. In the early game, you can do something quick and dirty, but if you want to get fancy, you can make something automatic. You just put in bone meal, and it still works, or it does it automatically. But I think just regular old pistons will do the trick. But I will make something that automatically does it when you bone meal it. It's a very easy way to get seeds and plants quickly. And this splendid little redstone boy is one of the, that's the way we're going to do it. The Observer, very fun boy. He you'll see what it does. Dark blue orb, oh, this thing. Heart of the Sea, very splendid device. On its own it does nothing, but you can craft it into a conduit, which is basically an underwater beacon. Or the underwater equivalent of a beacon. It can protect you from mobs, I think. It gives you water breathing and haste and night vision underwater. Lets you have more freedom of movement over underwater, and overall just makes it easier to live underwater. Very useful for your underwater building projects. It doesn't require you to kill the wither or anything, but it does require you to go through some stuff. First of all, you have to collect 8 nautilus shells before you can even think of crafting a conduit. And unfortunately, there is no nautilus mob in the game, so that's a shame. But drowned do hold nautilus shells sometimes when they spawn, so if you defeat enough drowned, you should be able to collect enough nautilus shells. And then once you have a conduit, like with the beacon, you have to place blocks around it to power it. In this case, it's the prismarine that you find in the ocean monuments. Okay. So, I do believe this should be a pretty straightforward way of getting stuff. Now it's going to be a little bit difficult to find a place to build this because of the mycelium, but I'll just build one quick and dirty here. Yeah, it'll be a bit ugly, but it gets the job done, and I'll move it later. This is just a simple one. Let's see. You can make this design much more complicated if you so desire. Alright. If you place this on top, does it activate? Now the Observer is basically a block update detector, but official. Any block update or change that happens in front of it will be observed, and it will emit a single tick of redstone. Yeah, basically don't do that though. I believe this will do the trick. A very cool block, and it's yet another redstone block with the face on it. I believe just placing a line underneath pistons will work. Come on, there's a way to power them. Oh. How did I power this before? Well, that's pretty straightforward, but I have to power all three of them. And you can't just do that. There's gotta be a way to power them. I know it's obvious, but... Oh, never mind. You run them and they power the block they're running across. Like that. Use the repeater. The repeater would work, but I'm saving the repeater for another piece of the contraption. I could make more. But it's important that this repeater gets used here. Now, hopefully this is enough delay. Sometimes they can be finicky. Alright. Once the observer's in place and the redstone is placed, now we can start our little flower farm. This is the basic principle of how it works. Basically, it just does that. You bone meal it, it detects the bone meal, you right-click, it breaks it. You get flowers and seeds for days. Very easy farm to make. And pretty useful if you're looking for flowers and seeds. Alright, we got this. 39 seeds, I'd say that's pretty good. Now, after I finish the farm, I believe I'll end the live stream for the night. I'll make a more elegant version of that farm once I have a bigger base. You can make a version that automatically dispenses the bone meal for you. But yeah, the repeater is a good suggestion though. But yeah, redstone is tricky to work with. It has very complicated rules. Well, not super complicated, just gotta get used to it. Firmly grasp it in your hand. I like building these terraced farms that just go for ages. Very fun. Bone blocks. I like building with bone blocks in Minecraft. Very funny. Water source blocks are interesting when it comes to making soil wet. It does it for 4 blocks each way. So as long as you do that, they'll all be wet. I used to think you had to put rows down and they'd only do each adjacent one. But nope, I was wrong. That's how they were built in villages, so that's how I imagined it. New village structures are a bit better about that. The ones with melons and pumpkins are built differently. They're built different, if you will. Know what I mean? They're just built different. Very good way of collecting seeds. And wheat. And with this wheat we shall breed mushrooms for all eternity. Or at least for a while. But that will come tomorrow. Or whenever I decide to stream again. I'll schedule it early again if I do. I'll probably find time tomorrow. Wish you could till the mycelium directly, but at least you can convert it to a path. Possibilities are limitless. And these bone blocks we harvested in the nether can be taken directly and made into bone meal. That's why I wanted to get bone blocks. That's one good thing you can find in Soul Sand Valley. Lots and lots of bone blocks. Bone blocks don't get enough love. They are excellent. Easily one of the more underrated ones, and a crucial piece of infrastructure. Or they fuel a crucial piece of infrastructure if you find them. They got done dirty in the Minecraft block tier list video. Not naming names, but Nathaniel, no, just kidding, I did name his username on YouTube. I think that's his username. He made a video on Minecraft blocks. He made a ranking for them where he ranked them all 1 out of 10. It was obviously a joke video. I'm gonna head out. Bye. Okay, adios. See you whenever. Maybe tomorrow. But yeah, it was obviously a joke video, but bone blocks got done dirty. Though I think this was before 1.16 when they spawned like crazy, so... Still. But still, I like bone blocks. Then again, I like every block. Every block? Yeah, every block. Even diorite has its uses. Diorite makes a mean popcorn ceiling. That's what I've always liked about it. If you want to recreate a popcorn ceiling in your house, in Minecraft, even though popcorn ceilings are despised in real life, at least some people despise them. I guess there's reason. I don't know how much of a safety hazard they are. They're seen as kind of cheap, I suppose, but nothing wrong with that. Took me a while to learn how popcorn ceilings are actually made. Basically, when people are putting the plastery stuff up on the ceiling, to create a smooth ceiling, they wipe it off with a squeegee type tool and wipe it clean and smooth. But in a popcorn ceiling, they skip the wiping step and they just let it drip down, and the little drips in the plaster stuff are what create the little weird bulbs in the Man, I'm really blanking on words tonight. Popcorn ceiling. The patterning on my ceiling is very nice, actually. It's unusual. I've never seen another house like it, but the plaster-type substance is arranged in floral patterns. They're like flowers tiled across the ceiling throughout the whole house. It's rather attractive. I like it a lot. It's unique. You don't see that kind of stuff in houses very much, especially in the more modern spaces. A lot of the modern houses are just big white things. Makes me sad. I like the more ranch-style houses. Or cottages. Cottages are divine. I never thought I'd have a problem where I'd have too much mycelium. Sure am tilling a lot of dirt today. I want to light up this farm so it can be productive at night too. It's an awfully big farm, but you need big farms to make big wheat. Okay. I believe I'm going to get a bit decorative. Watch out, I'm getting decorative. Lanterns, splendid block. So happy they added them. They make me very happy. You want to know about an interesting block in Minecraft? Petrified oak blocks are very fascinating pieces of Minecraft's history. If you don't know about them already, I advise that you take the time to look them up when you can. Basically, they're an artifact of the old block ID system that Minecraft used prior to, I think, 1.13? Anyway, so when slabs were first added, they came in stone, cobblestone, and wood, and they all had the same block ID, but they all had different metadata numbers, so they could all be distinct. But they couldn't have the materials changed either, so that meant that wooden slabs acted like stone. They could not be burned, they made stone sounds, they could only be broken with a pickaxe. It was kind of weird. But they fixed it when they made wooden slabs into their own block later on. But this made the old wooden slabs unobtainable. Until eventually, in 1.13, they re-implemented them under a new name, the Petrified Oak Slab. Which is basically visually identical to an oak wood slab, but it behaves like a stone slab. Then as far as I know, outside of that very specific instance of being transferred over from an old world, you can't really find petrified oak slabs in the game naturally. Very interesting. Now where to put this other light? I know mobs are going to trample over these just being out in the open, but I don't really care. I can always tilt over them and put them back. I don't know exactly what to do with everything, but I think I will do this. After I finish up this farm bit, I will probably quit for the night. I think it makes for an excellent stopping point. I think the little lampposts are very cute. It's very nice. Alright. Oh. We are in business. We have liftoff. Alright, we're so close to getting more of these seeds in place. I really do like farming in Minecraft, building these massive farms and just... yeah. That reminds me of a server I was on that had a really cool... it had one of those dispenser bucket systems for water, where you just pressed a button and it would send all the wheat crops down to you. You had to go replant them yourself, but it was super satisfying watching the water cascade down and harvest all the wheat for you. Obviously, a surface like this is too unpredictable to do that, but I might do a farm like that elsewhere. An artificial one. 'Cause stuff like that is my jam. And the waterlogging system is wonderful for hiding water source blocks. So I love doing that. And trampling's not too bad if you are careful where you jump. As long as you don't fall from more than one block, you won't affect the crops. And there you have it, a whole bunch of crops. Isn't that a beautiful sight? We have over a stack of wheat now, so we will be able to breed so many cows and mushrooms. There you have it. Whole bunch of wheat. I want to cover the whole hillside in wheat at one point. I've always wanted to do that. Wonder if I could get a bunch of farmer villagers out here working on these terraces. So long as they didn't trample everything, it'd be fine. Well, in some of the flatter spaces, it'd be straightforward enough. I might have to make everything a bit more flat. It wouldn't be a big obstacle. I could fix it. I would just give farmer villagers the flat area. So many possibilities for this world. Oh, I should have gotten more of this glow lichen. Darn it. Well, that's okay. We have all these sweet berries, too. Well, that whole peninsula I might make a farm out of, eventually. I will make a little sweetberry farm. Those are easy to make, so I will bother. Putting one here. Making a sweetberry farm is very easy. And making it decorative is easy too. It is quite the manual farm, but it is easy at the very least. Basically, all you have to do with sweet berries for the basic early game farm is cover them with something. They grow very fast, as you can see. So as long as you are fast, whoops, you will be able to keep up. You can even decorate it if you want. So yeah. I like making these farms pretty enough. And yeah, basically this way you'll never have to get poked by the bushes, and you can go in there and harvest all the sweet berries to your heart's content. It is all in all a superior system to many out there. Except for the fox farming system. The farming with the foxes is absolutely genius. But that requires time and resource investment that I'm not putting in right this minute. I really do like this farm. It is a most pleasant farm. So yeah, we have taken the earth and carved it into our shapes for our own gain, and so that we may reap the fruits of our labor. Very fun. Very satisfying. That reminds me of a guy who did a video on Minecraft and colonialism. It was an interesting video, to say the least. Talking about villagers. Anyway, I'd say it's enough work done for now. I do need to go to bed. It's nighttime over here. So yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you had a good time. And that'll be it. Catch you on the flip side.